Hey everyone, I'm Christina with Mitchell Family Homestead. Welcome back to our channel. It has been quite a while since I have last posted a video. The last video I posted, I do believe, was when we were supposed to be getting a price to get our home moved. Well, a lot has happened since I posted that video. Just to kind of sum it up real quick, we were working on getting a price, and we had called around, and people said they would come and give us an estimate and give us a price, look at the house, see how much it was going to be. They either wouldn't show up, they'd avoid our calls, then we'd get back in touch with them. They'd tell us, yeah, I'm coming out there. They wouldn't show up again, and it was just a back and forth between like 3 different movers. And finally we were just like, you know what, the boys have already started football with their school, so we were just going to go ahead and just let them finish out the season and not have to pull them off the team and leave the team short, 2 players. So we were going to go ahead and let them finish out the season, and then once the semester of school ended, then we were going to get it moved. Well, in the meantime, in July, we had went to Kentucky to work for a week, and on the way back, our transmission went out. It started messing up in Tennessee. We pulled over to see what was going on and realized that transmission fluid was completely all over our vehicle, and that's when we realized that we don't know how long we had been leaking transmission fluid for. So we get to a hotel. It was kind of late trying to find a hotel that would accommodate all 6 of us, and we finally found one, so we just went to bed. Got up the next morning. Anthony, my husband, he started looking around to see if he could see what the problem was, and we found out that like a little hose about this big had busted. So it wasn't a great big hole. It was like almost like a pinhole, and so we thought maybe, okay, we could fix the hose, get the hose fixed, because we called the warranty department. Warranty department said there was nowhere nearby that could take our vehicle, because we had what Car Saver, I think it was, but there was no certified dealership that could work on our vehicle. We had to find a Nissan one. The one that was close refused to work on it, so we had to at least try and get it home. We thought maybe, okay, we could put the hose on, put some transmission fluid back in it, be good to go. Well, it got us home, but the transmission was screwed. So we finally get it to the Nissan dealership where we lived, and from there everything just went downhill. We thought it was only going to be, they told us, oh, it's only going to be a couple weeks, We're like, okay. Well, we had a job come up out of town. My parents had loaned us their older SUV just to get us around town and our kids back and forth to school. And like I said, a job come up to work in Georgia again. But we didn't think that vehicle was reliable, so one of our neighbors was super kind enough to let us borrow their truck for a few weeks until we could get our vehicle back. Well, weeks went by, like 2-3 weeks went by, and we still didn't have our vehicle, still had no word on when it was going to be fixed, and our neighbor needed his truck back. So we ended up losing that job. We had to leave all of our, we couldn't even go back and get all of our stuff that was in Georgia. But, so Anthony ended up having to go back to work with one of his old bosses temporarily, again, so we could get our vehicle back. And long story short, 3 months later, we finally got our vehicle back. Warranty department was fighting. We thought it was the warranty department, but come to find out it was the dealership not sending in, the correct things. And, finally, 3 months, we got our vehicle back. And then by that time, we had called around, asked, trying to get a price to get our home moved. We were ready. School was over, or was about to be over for, not over, but they were about to go on to Christmas break, so the semester was about to be over. And we started calling around, and it was going to be $8,000 plus. Like, some people, that was the bare minimum, was $8,000 to move our double wide. So we were like, we can't afford that. Plus the house needed a lot of work, and we had already been doing remodel on it. but it still needed more work. And we're like, we cannot get it moved and get the work done on it that needs to be done. So we ended up deciding to sell the double wide and find something that was closer to our property and have it brought out here. And when I say out here, yes, we are living on our property, as you can see. So we just sold it for, it wasn't cheap, but it was, you know, decently priced. You know, we did go a little high just to kind of see what the ballpark range was. And then when we started getting offers on it, we realized what the ballpark range was. And so, we kind of went in between that. So we got it sold, and then the very next day we got lucky and found a single wide older mobile home that was closer to the property, and we got it moved pretty fairly, you know, decent priced. So we found it for a really good deal. It does need some cosmetic work, but it's functional. You know, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, so there's room for me, Anthony, and the kids. And so yeah, there are extensions that we want to, like, we want to do add-ons onto it, of course. And I'm gonna show you when I show you the trailer. I'm just gonna show you the outside. The inside's still a hot mess right now, trying to unpack and get everything organized. But I'll show you what all our plans are with the home itself. But those things are a little later down the road, until we can get a steady income coming in. And right now what we're doing is we bought the property back in March of last year, and we had majority of it cleared by the guy that we purchased the property from, and just enough till we could get our home in here. And yeah, we were staying up here in our little pop-up camper on the weekends until our vehicle broke, and then we couldn't come up here for freaking months. But so yeah, I'm gonna show you, like, the home that we purchased. I'm gonna show you what we've been doing on the property, you know, talk to you about a few things, and show you our plans going forward from here. So let's go. Okay, so this is the home that we purchased, the single one we purchased. It does need work, but it's all cosmetic. We do have a window right there that we need to replace, and we have a window, a bathroom window up there that we need to replace, which we're going to do ASAP. We eventually want to take all this metal off and put wood siding and maybe stain it, but we definitely want the wood siding. We're not going to do vinyl, we want wood. We like the look of the wood. We've already cool sealed this side of the roof, and we still got to cool seal the other side of the roof. But we do plan on adding maybe another bedroom, and I definitely want to add on the back. This is all going to be on the back side. On the and I want to add a pantry room slash canning room. Like, all my canning supplies will be in there. I have an extra stove that the oven does not work on, but it's got the coil burners, and the burners still work. And I'm going to use that all for canning. And these 3 pine trees will be going. I have major PTSD from when we got hit by the tornado back in 2017. And I just don't like pine trees being around my home. I really don't like trees around my home. So these 3 will definitely be going. And then my plan is to make this one garden. It's going to be like my herb garden. We still have to build stairs right there, but this is going to be my herb garden, and I'm going to have flowers up here and all that fun jazz. Right here, they are, the guy that we bought the property from, he is putting in a gravel road right here. So that's why we've kind of waited to get these trees down, because he may end up coming this, like, because the center 15 foot of the road is going to be on our side, and 15 foot is going to be on the neighbor's side. So we're going to wait and see exactly where he's got to put that road in at, because there are people that bought those 2 parcels back there. So that's their access to their home back there. But we're waiting, and maybe he can clear some of these trees while he's putting the road in. And then what we're going to do is, and I'll show you in a little bit, but we are cutting down smaller trees that we are going to let the bark fall off of and use as fence posting and crossbars and all that. and we're gonna run a fence along here. It's not gonna be a permanent fence. That is just what we're gonna do for now, which a lot of it's reusing as pine, so it can, I looked and it said it could last up to like 3 years in the ground, so we'll have to see. I may just have to replace it as they do rot. But so that's the plan for this area. And I know you see the porta potty, and I will explain that. Okay, so I know you've seen the porta potty behind me. When we purchased this land, it was raw land, as you have seen in previous videos. And when we moved out here, we first had to get power ran. For the first couple weeks, we ran generator for power, but we finally got that put in. So our next big purchase is going to have to be a septic tank. It's going to be roughly like $3,500 to have someone come in and install it. We do not have a tractor or anything, which that is in the future plans. But by the time we rent equipment and purchase everything we needed, it was just been close to the same price. So we're just gonna have somebody come in and install it, but we've got to get the funds together to drop septic in. So for now we are using the porta potty that we rented. They do come weekly and clean it. My cat is messing with something. But they do come weekly and empty it for us. And then we do have water, of course, running to the house. And as far as that drainage, we have it draining off into like the end of our property line. For those of you worried, we are using, I do use dish soap that is eco-friendly. It is plant-based dish soap for my dishes, and then laundry detergent is biodegradable, so it's safe for the property too, or for the ecosystem and all. We do have to change, find some eco-friendly like shampoos and body soap and all that stuff, so I'm working on that. So most of it, like I said, it is eco-friendly, so don't have to worry about anything like that. So next I'm going to show you the area that's going to become my garden area and what else we have been doing around the property. So let's go. Okay, so walking out of what we consider our front yard, over here is going to be the garden area. We're going to clear all of these trees. We don't want, the only place we want trees, we want to leave a few on the property, but we mostly just want the trees on the perimeter. And we want all this field and green grass and all that. The only problem that we are having, which again we have to wait till we get some money coming in, is today's Thursday and it stormed on Sunday. So up here with all these holes and track marks from the dozers, it is holding water. So we have to get, and they did have to put a power pole here on our property and then out by the road on our property. But so we have to get some dirt, or yeah, we got to get dirt, and we have to get, I forgot what he said, something with a box blade on it, to get all this filled in. I am doing raised beds. I'm going to do some in-ground, like my squash and melons and all that. A lot of it will be in-ground. But for the most part, I'm doing raised beds. But it's holding a lot of water up here. It cannot drain because of all these holes. It's either been from track marks from dozers, like the bigger ones, like these. Some are from where trees were completely uprooted. And so it left holes when they did clearing. And then it was super wet, so when they come to do it, so the dozer, it made marks all over the place. So yeah, we have all this holding water. So we have to get the water drained out of it, get this filled in with some dirt, and we're just going to, he's just going to dig all of this up and then dump the dirt, level it out, all that good stuff. So hopefully we can get that soon, and I can get my beds built before spring gets here, so that way I can get my garden going. I was unable to do a garden last year because everything that was going on, planning on moving, not moving, and back and forth, with things. So over here in this area, we're gonna clear all this, and I'm gonna try and get me a I'm gonna get me a greenhouse in this area. I'm gonna have it towards the back of the garden area, because up there eventually I'd like to be able to start selling like seed starts and plants and all that. So I want up there to be where the people can come in and purchase from us. That way they don't have to go to the front of our house. That's why I'm going to kind of, and things are still a little junky around here. We're still working at it. But I'm going to kind of box in the house with like shrubs and the herb garden and all that. That way this area can be for the garden area and fruit trees and all that. So we're going to clear, we've been working on clearing all of this. And back here, we're going to clear all this for animals. Not exactly sure what animals we're going to put in here just yet, where everything's going to go. I know we're getting, we want ducks, we want pigs, we want chickens and goats. Those are the main 4 that we want. So we started clearing all this out. This is the back of our property. We're going to clear this, and then we're going to put a gate. Here, I'll walk over here to show y'all. We still have to bury our water line, but we need like a ditch witch because he said he's not hand digging all that. But right here, I want to get a fence put in. That way people do not drive in there. And then we'll use that, as we're going to leave that cleared. But that will be our access for when we need to bring in, you know, animals or feed or anything like that. So we just want to put a gate up there so people can't access it thinking that's our driveway. And then we are going to clear some more over here. We're going to clear more of this. We're not going to go all the way back, but we're just going to clear all this all the way around. This is already cleared. We just got to, these will be animal areas. Oh, and it looks like we had a little frame last night at some point. Got some deer tracks. They're coming back. We ran the generators for, you know, like 2 weeks. We ran the generator, so it kind of probably scared everything off. But we're going to clear back up in here. Our property goes up in there. And then back in this area where that big pile of trees are, I told Anthony we just needed to pull it out and burn it ourselves. He said and I wanted to save some of the, because it's been sitting for, let's see, April I think will make a year it's been sitting. But but he doesn't want to go through the pile. We're just going to burn it where it sits. I told him we just need to clear around it and burn it. But I told him I want to pull some out and see if there's any good trees that we can use as fence posts or anything like that. And he's like, nope, he don't want to go through there. He's like deathly afraid of snakes, and he's scared snakes are going to be all up in there, so we're just going to burn it. But we're going to clear all of this. We're going to clear all of this and put a pond. We eventually want to put a pond down in there, stocked with fish. You know, he wants catfish, brim, and bass. So he wants to, and then the neighbors behind us, they said we can take it as far as we need to because it gets super like wet, swampy down there. So there's nothing they can do. There's nothing we can really do. There's nothing we can put back there. So that's going to be a pond area. So our property actually goes from the road over there. I don't know if you can see it because it goes uphill, but the road over there, and it comes across. I'm trying to go slow so you don't get too dizzy. And then the road over there. So good enough space for pond as far as width, and then going back. They said, you know, so basically it'd be a shared pond. And this part slopes downhill, so getting it filled will probably not be a problem. We're working on getting this cleared up. I think we're going to be back over here today. He wanted to take a break from the other area and come back over here. So like I said, with some trees we are going to save. He wants to keep that one. We're still in debate about that because we keep getting different. He has an app that's supposed to identify trees, and he keeps one he got that was like super poisonous, and then he got to animals anyways, and then another one. But this is the tree that we showed in one of our videos that he really likes. I really want to keep it, so we're gonna clear all this. That's what we've been working on, is clearing all this. This was all like grown up just like over there was, and so we're gonna clear all this. We're gonna leave the path, and I don't know if you can see it way, where's it at? There's an orange flag over there somewhere. It's just hanging on a branch somewhere. But anyways, that's where our That's where one of our corners are. And then it goes through to a corner back there and then comes back up. So we don't know what's going to go over here. Probably end up being more animals. But we're just getting it cleared and prepped. And then once we can get it cleared and prepped, then we can figure out exactly where things are going to go. So let me show you. My battery's wanting to die on me. So these are the trees that we've been cutting down to make our fence posting and our fencing with. Again, he's wanting to just let it sit and let the bark come off, so that we have good, just like this one here. Yeah, he's wanting that so that then we can put him as fence posting. But we have to wait. Again, we're going to wait till the road gets put in so we know exactly where it's going to go. So, yeah. So, that's kind of what's been going on around here and what's been going on with us. It is going to be slow going as we got to wait for a steady income to, we have a job that we are supposed to be starting middle of February, beginning of March. And we're just going to find some work in between now and then to get us by. But once we can get a steady income coming in, things will go a lot faster. Again, one of our next biggest purchases is going to have to be the septic tank, and that's going to be $3,500. So, yeah. But other than that, things are going great. We love it out here. we do hear vehicles, but as far as, you know, peaceful wise, it is super quiet out here. The kids love it out here. The kids love their school, their new school. They love the people, the kids and the faculty and everything. Super, you know, welcoming to them. They're back in weight training. They're both actually in both the boys are in weight training. And getting ready to start practicing for football. So they're super excited about that. As long as we don't get another shutdown and have to cancel, you know, all that has to be canceled. My daughter's really enjoying the school, and like all three of them go to the same school, like middle and all that's with the high school. But I mean, it's separate buildings, but it's all one school. And she ended up joining a church group at the school, and she wants to try out for volleyball next month, which we're super excited about because we've been trying to get her to just be active in something. And she got up here and was super excited about everything. So I'm just really glad that they are enjoying everything. I'm glad they're enjoying it out here, you know. So I do plan on now trying to post weekly. We don't have internet right now. It's going to be a few months before we get internet, probably, because they are, like, the internet that we are able to get is super duper slow. They said it's not even worth it. Like, you can maybe run one TV on it or something. So we're going to wait. They're putting in fiber optic, but they said it's still going to be a few months before they can, we have access to that and can get that. So till then, our signal on our phones are kind of, we have hot spots on our phone that we can use. And so the signal, we have to be in certain spots for it to be able to work. So I am going to be trying to post weekly, though. I don't know if I'm going to do daily vlogs or if I'm just going to vlog it all into one video and then upload it. And then in between do other videos that, you know, like I want to get back into my baking and all that good stuff. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the little bell notification. That way you know when I upload new videos. I am posting and updating daily, though, on Facebook and Instagram. So I'll have all the links to that down in the description. And yeah, again, thank you. I will see y'all in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.